Any longtime viewers of this channel might be aware that pretty much since the beginning I've had a tradition where I would do some kind of special video on or around my birthday related to something from my childhood that means a lot to me. And lately I've been thinking about kind of dropping it because, I don't know, I guess it's been starting to feel a little too self-indulgent, I suppose. But I still like the idea of doing a video about something very personal to me, so no, I'm just gonna keep this tradition going, I don't care. And today I thought it'd be fun to talk about something very, very personal to me, these guys right here, Wallace and Gromit. Now, these characters aren't super well known here in the United States, but over in the UK, they are quite the cultural icons. And fortunately, I was lucky enough to grow up in a family that has quite the appreciation for British exports. I've seen the original 3 short films so many times growing up that now I can recite them all word for word by heart. Like, I am just obsessed with these films. So obsessed, in fact, that for whatever reason, I have collected multiple home media re-releases that bundle the short films together. These are all the ones that I have anyway. And so, rather than just going through each film one by one, I thought I would try something a little more niche and just go through all the different versions of the Wallace and Gromit shorts that I have, because there actually are a couple interesting tidbits about these different releases. Oh, and before we get started, I just want to get this out of the way despite how terrible I am at plugging myself. I started streaming on Twitch again after so many years. I'm streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you want to see what kind of shenanigans that my friends and I get up to, you can go check us out over there, twitch.tv/Marc Lovallo. It has nothing to do with the video, but I figured I would get that out of the way.
Why are we still getting politics confused with music?
Now, to my knowledge, the very first home media release for the Wallace and Gromit shorts in the US was this. It's a box set that has all 3 Wallace and Gromit shorts, the original ones, on VHS. It was produced by BBC Video and distributed in the US by 20th Century Fox through their CBS Fox Video division. And this is how I grew up watching the original shorts. And not this exact box specifically. I'm not sure where those tapes went. I got this on eBay a couple years ago. But basically, this is how I was first introduced to the Wallace and Gromit shorts. And they're pretty standard releases, but this is basically the closest that you're gonna get to watching the original Wallace and Gromit shorts in their original broadcast form. Most notably The Wrong Trousers, because this film in particular has probably gone through the most changes out of the original 3, mostly due to copyright reasons. But yeah, aside from that, there's not much else to this. You do get the shorts in their original form. They don't have commercials, which will be good. Although The Wrong Trousers tape has a promo for, I just realized I've been holding this upside down. The Wrong Trousers does have a trailer for A Grand Day Out, which at first I found kind of weird, but I guess the Grand Day Out tape must have come out after the Wrong Trousers tape, so I guess that kind of makes sense. And the Close Shave tape also has a promo at the end for various pieces of Wallace and Gromit merchandise that I surprisingly don't have yet, but I'll probably get those eventually. So yeah, this, to my knowledge, is the first home media release of the shorts in the US, and one that I hold very close to my heart. I am hugely nostalgic for this particular box set, and it's still cool to hold this in my hands, like just this little piece of my childhood. All right, the next release that we're gonna be looking at is The Incredible Adventures of Wallace and Gromit, and this was released on both VHS and DVD in, I believe, the year 2000. This was also produced by BBC Video, but this particular release was distributed in the US by Warner Brothers. Now, I've known about the DVD version my entire life, pretty much, because my cousins had this release, and there's a particular bonus feature on this DVD as well, this little 15-minute documentary called The Amazing World of Wallace and Gromit, and I was just so obsessed with that for some reason. I guess because I was always really fascinated by the behind the scenes stuff when I was younger. And I watched it so much that I transcribed it. Like I would go through it and type down everything that was said. Because it didn't have subtitles, so I figured I'd make my own subtitles. But when doing research for this video, I had no idea that there was also a VHS release for it. In fact, I'm pretty sure this might be the last time that the original 3 shorts were released on the VHS format. You pretty much get the same shorts that you got in the VHS pack, but The Wrong Trousers is the only one that really went through any sort of changes, because in the original version they used copyrighted songs like How Much Is That Doggy in the Window, and there's also a song from South Pacific. Even Happy Birthday to You was copyrighted because back then it wasn't public domain. And then in the version released on the Incredible Adventure set, they replaced a couple of the songs with public domain songs. So instead of Happy Birthday to You when Gromit opens his little birthday card, instead it's For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. Now for years, the DVD was always my favorite release of the original 3 shorts, particularly because of all the bonus features that this came with. I was one of those kids that was just super obsessed with bonus features on DVDs. So this one has commentary tracks for all 3 of the shorts, an extensive amount of behind the scenes footage, a lot of behind the scenes featurettes, specifically for Wrong Trousers and A Close Shave, Wallace and Gromit's original screen tests, and they also have these Christmas themed TV bumpers that were made for BBC Two, including one where it's mostly just 30 seconds of Wallace and Gromit just staring into your soul. And there's also a trailer for this other Aardman thing that they did called Robbie the Reindeer in Hooves of Fire. I saw that trailer so many times growing up, but I never got around to actually watching that special, but I remember the trailer. The VHS release doesn't have any of the special features that are on the DVD. It does also have a Robbie the Reindeer trailer, I think for the same special, but the trailer is different than the one on the DVD. I don't know if that was worth mentioning, but I thought I would bring it up anyway. And I think the weirdest thing about this tape is that the shorts are actually out of order. If you look at just these little clips from all 3 shorts, you can probably guess that A Grand Day Out came out first, and then The Wrong Trousers, and then A Close Shave, because you can see the animation just gets better and better with each one. But on the tape, The Wrong Trousers is first, then A Grand Day Out, and then A Close Shave. I don't really know why that is, maybe because The Wrong Trousers is the most popular of the original shorts, but I would prefer to watch all the shorts in order, so that just sort of bothers me. Otherwise, it's just another standard re-release. It's fine for what it is, but aside from that little thing, it is what it is. All right, the next one that I have here, this is Wallace and Gromit in 3 Amazing Adventures. And this was released in, I believe, 2004. And this was produced and distributed by DreamWorks, presumably to coincide with the release of Curse of the Were-Rabbit the following year. Now this is another DVD that I grew up watching because I just was obsessed with owning as many different versions of these shorts as possible. Now this is interesting, but also not really anything special. It's interesting because the versions of the shorts that are on this disc are pretty much the same as the Incredible Adventures DVD, but I guess because of an analog to digital transfer, the shorts are actually just a little bit slower, and the audio, the pitch, is also a little bit lower. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'll probably put up like a comparison right here. So hopefully that makes a little more sense. And ever since this DVD, the versions of the films that are on here would go on to be re-released in other forms that we'll talk about after this one. But aside from still getting the original 3 short films, it's a pretty bare bones release. There is a preview for Curse of the Were-Rabbit, but it's pretty much the exact same preview that you would have gotten on other DreamWorks DVDs. Like I think it was on the Shark Tale DVD. But what does make this release pretty significant is this was the first time where the Cracking Contraptions shorts were released on physical media. Now, for those that don't know, Cracking Contraptions was a series of 2-minute shorts that were released on the Wallace and Gromit website in 2002, basically just to give the animators and the whole Aardman production team some practice to build up to Curse of the Were-Rabbit. All 10 shorts are included on this DVD, and there's also like a little behind-the-scenes sort of documentary about the making of Cracking Contraptions, and that's a pretty good highlight. But aside from that, it's not really, I think, one of the better ones. And yeah, that just go over there. I'm done with you. All right, the next one we have to look at is also called Wallace and Gromit in 3 Amazing Adventures. And when I first saw this on eBay like last year or something, I thought this was just like a UK release of the DreamWorks DVD, but actually this is a completely different release because this came out in 2007 and it was produced by Hit Entertainment and distributed by 20th Century Fox, so kind of a full circle moment from them since they also came out with the original VHS pack. But yeah, this is a completely different release from the DreamWorks DVD, but for some reason it just so happens to have the 3 Amazing Adventures subtitle as well. I don't know why. And to my surprise, this sort of ended up being my new favorite DVD release of the original shorts. Obviously it has the original shorts on it, so that's a given. But it also has all the special features that were on the Incredible Adventures DVD. And you also get all the Cracking Contraptions shorts that were on the DreamWorks DVD, including the behind the scenes for Cracking Contraptions. And on top of all that, it also has 2 bonus episodes of the Shaun the Sheep spin-off series, which I guess was just coming out around this time. That's some nice little promotion. So yeah, it's basically like a collection of everything that was on the previous 2 DVDs that I just talked about. But I think what really makes this DVD stand out is the presentation, because the menus on this are really creative and very well done. Well, the main menu specifically is styled after the newspaper that Wallace reads in the opening of A Close Shave. So like all the little news articles are menu buttons like the play all and the special features and the subtitles and stuff, which is just super, super creative. And you can really tell that a lot of heart and enthusiasm went into at least the look of this DVD. I mean, the packaging is pretty basic, but as the old saying goes, it's what's on the inside that counts. This is weird. You're so beautiful. But yeah, if you want to own the first 3 shorts on DVD at least, and you want all the cool behind the scenes and bonus stuff that were on the previous 2 DVDs, definitely get this. This is truly a fantastic collection. And now that brings us to, as far as I know, the latest home media release of the original shorts, Wallace and Gromit: The Complete Collection. This was released in 2009, presumably to coincide with Wallace and Gromit's 20th anniversary at the time. This was also produced by Hit Entertainment, but this one was distributed by Lionsgate. And the reason why it's called The Complete Collection is because this is the first time where the original 3 shorts are bundled with the most recent short film, A Matter of Loaf and Death, which came out in 2008. So now you have all 4 of the Wallace and Gromit short films in one collection. But unlike the Incredible Adventures and the 2 3 Amazing Adventures DVDs, that sounds really confusing when I describe it like that, each of the films that are included in this collection is actually on their own separate discs. Sort of annoying, but I think the only reason why they did that is because maybe at some point they released the films separately as their own DVDs. But then again, I'm not sure if they did that before this collection or after, so that's an unanswered question. Well, most of the special features that were on the previous DVDs are also on this, but they're kind of spread out across each disc. So all the Cracking Contraptions are on here, but there are only 4 of them on the Grand Day Out disc. There's 3 of them on The Wrong Trousers, and the last 3 are on the Close Shave DVD. The Grand Day Out DVD also has the 15-minute documentary. The Wrong Trousers DVD has like a little behind-the-scenes featurette that was also on the previous DVDs. And the Close Shave DVD has this little behind-the-scenes featurette on how some of the digital effects were done. And I think that was on the previous 3 Amazing Adventures DVD, not the DreamWorks one. God. See how confusing this gets? And then the Matter of Loaf and Death DVD has this extensive behind-the-scenes documentary about it. which is, I think, is almost as long as the short itself. And there's an episode of Shaun the Sheep, and I guess if you put it in your computer, you can access a demo for the Telltale Wallace and Gromit Grand Adventures game. I don't know, I've never tried it personally. I already own physical copies of those games, and also I have them on my Steam library, so I don't know. So this is definitely worth getting if you want to get all 4 of the short films in one collection, but when you start the DVDs up, you have to go through a bunch of trailers, and it's not one of those things where you can just hit the menu button and just go right to the main menu. You have to skip through each trailer until you get to like this fast play menu or something, and then you select either the main menu feature or the autoplay feature. And it's just, I don't know, I don't like doing that. It's just sort of that one little dark spot on an otherwise pretty solid collection, I think. I should also mention that this was the first time, I believe, where the Wallace and Gromit shorts were released on Blu-ray, because there's also a Blu-ray version of this collection. I don't have that one. I'm assuming that all the shorts are on the same disc, like in the previous DVDs, or maybe they just put them all on separate discs again, because, I don't know, Hit Entertainment likes to be annoying sometimes. So yeah, those are all the home media releases of the Wallace and Gromit shorts that I have. And I really hope this doesn't seem like half-assed or like I put it together at the last minute, because I've actually been thinking about doing this kind of video like for over a year now, because some of these DVDs I got specifically to make this video, and it took a while for me to get to this point. But yeah, I mean, this was pretty fun. It was nice to sort of just geek out about something that only I really care about, and hopefully a lot of you care about as well. Before I go, I do want to give a shout out to my superstar supporters, as always: Red Rack, Henry Newman, Rachel Rodriguez, and Jake Winans. If you'd like to support me as well, you can support me on Patreon or become a channel member by clicking the join button down there. For as little as $1 a month, you can watch all these videos roughly a day before they come out. You can also gain access to the scripts from my videos. And in the future, I plan on releasing content exclusive to my Patreon supporters and YouTube members, so be on the lookout for that. It's all optional, but it's there if you want to give it a look, so you do you. And I don't really have anything else to say, except I hope you enjoyed this video. And in the comments, let me know what your favorite Wallace and Gromit short is. Do you like A Grand Day Out, A Close Shave, The Wrong Trousers, Matter of Loaf and Death? Hell, you can even put Curse of the Were-Rabbit if that's your favorite Wallace and Gromit thing. Okay, I just realized while I was editing the video that I forgot to film me doing my outro, so I'm just going to do that right now. Thanks for watching, and with that said, this is Mark bidding you all a smashing farewell. By the way, past Mark, don't forget to do your damn outro next time. Alright, see you guys later.